It was a dark and stormy... I don't know if this is night. It's probably too bright to be night, so it's probably more like late afternoon. I don't know. And of course, anything dark and stormy means that something is gonna go wrong. So, like any good shipwreck in any story or media, our hero, protagonist, ends up on the beach. And now, it looks like he's in rough shape. But I'm sure that he will eventually awaken. Hello there, people who have access to the internet and who are currently using it to watch this video. My name is Pun Food, or just Pun if you prefer, and this is The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. What a relief! I thought you'd never wake up. You were tossing and turning. What? Zelda? No, my name's Marin. You must still be feeling a little woozy. You're on Koholint Island. Alright. Here we are, Koholint Island. Follow the lane south to reach the beach, where I found you. Since you washed ashore, lots of nasty monsters have been in the area, so be careful, okay? Alright. Well, Link, you finally snapped... Wait, I need to do the voice right. Well, Link, you finally snapped out of it. Name's Talon. Hope you're feeling better. What? How did I know your name? You think it's weird, eh? Well, I saw it on the back of the shield. Woohoo! I mean, you got the shield back. Hold R to repel enemies with it. Bam! Alright, cool. Let's take our first step out. Into, I guess. We're already on the island, so into whatever you want to call it. Mabe Village. So, let's go over some basics. There are things happening in town. We can talk to these people. When you want to save, hit up the system screen. You get that by pressing the blah, blah, blah. Don't ask me what it means. I'm just a kid. Let's go to system right now. Oop. We have a map. But first, let's go to system. I'm going to keep that as new game, and I'm going to save right now. I normally wouldn't do this in a recording, but the reason I'm going to do that is simple. It's keeping track of our deaths. I want to keep that death counter at 0. But, you know, if I die, I die. However, I need a backup save to play through to show off. Or if a death happens really early in an episode by something stupid, I might rewind time. Yahoo! I'm fine, and you? Okay. Another thing is I decided I'm playing on normal mode instead of hero mode simply to make Deathless a bit easier, but also mostly because, while I may be recording this as a YouTube Let's Play series, I don't know that I want to pressure myself to do hero mode. I've completed hero mode Deathless a few times, all without, you know, saves coming or whatever, but, I mostly, don't want to, what do you want to call it? I don't know. I like having hearts actually drop out of enemies. Anyway, last thing I really need to address. First, let's go in here. These little hint houses, if you get lost. Pretty fun. Bring, hello, it's me. Ask me anything about the island. He just gives you helpful advice if you're stuck. Anyway, last thing to address. I am playing the Switch remake. I'm gonna call it a remake. I forget, like, how they're categorized. Remakes, remasters, re-releases. It's definitely not a re-release, and I don't think it constitutes a remaster. Sleeps the flying rooster. We can explore more of the village, when we come back, but for now, there's a chain chomp. Oh my god, I literally was just saying, the reason I'm playing this game is because I figured I need a Mario break, because, like, you know, I've been playing a bunch of Mario games, you know, on the channel recently, and I need to do something different. And I literally picked the one Zelda game that has Mario enemies in it. Oh my gosh. I'm really just a buffoon, a total idiot. Anyway, what do you have to say, kid? I heard that you can press minus to look at the island map. Press pins with it with A and remember stuff with X. So, Big Fairy. So, one of the main reasons that I'm playing the Switch version of this game as opposed to the Game Boy Color version of the game is the whole death counter thing. You can only save the, Game Boy Color version of the game if you die. Therefore, the only way to beat the game without dying is to play it all in one sitting. Granted, I could use a save state, you know. I also feel like if I played the, what do you want to call it? The Game Boy Color version, I would feel like if I ever do die, I'd feel like a cheap way is just rewinding time using the rewind function on the Game Boy Online, whatever, NSO. Anyway, selecting the item, this just goes through, go to plus, and then set a thing on X and Y. So these books are just basic hint books, except Dark Secrets and Mystery of Koholint. What's this? You can't read the tiny print without the aid of a magnifying lens. But where would you get one of those? Maybe if you lend some people a hand, they'll lend you a lens. Sure. Anyway, so one of the main reasons I chose this version is I can save the game without dying, and therefore, I can theoretically, save my progress between episode recording sessions. Anyway, Gordos are here. Well, actually, they might just be called, like, urchins or something, but they're clearly Gordos. Except they're not purple and with yellow spikes, but, you know. Anyway. I think I've explained kind of why I'm playing the Switch version. It's also more recent, and I like the quality of life of having attack, you grab, shield, and run all be on separate items from your item slots. I do think that the Game Boy Color version is not a bad version to play, and I would argue that it might be the best version for you to play because it's truer to the original experience, and I've watched video essays on how the Switch version kind of flies in the face of what, you know, the original game was trying to say about, you know, every dream has to come to an end, whatever. But I do think the Switch version is good just for quality of life stuff. Anyway. Woohoo! So you're the lad who owns the sword. Now I understand why the monsters are starting to act so violently. A courageous lad has come to wake the windfish. It is said that you cannot leave the island unless you wake the windfish. You should go north to the mysterious forest. I will wait for you there. Hoot! Well, he seems like a hoot. Anyway, it's sword time. No grand drawing of your sword. You just find it. You found your sword. It must be yours because it has your name engraved on it. You can swing it with B to attack any enemies in your path. And there's a spin attack. I guess these guys can't possibly be Gordos because you can kill them, but you know. Anyway, now, with sword in hand, we can basically do as the owl said and make our way north to the mysterious forest. But another thing we can do is, unfortunately, kill every enemy in sight in hopes that... they're probably not going to drop rupees, are they? Nope, no rupees yet. Maybe I have a better shot if I... Really? Didn't have to attack me like that. Okay. The one thing I will say about the Switch version is that the movement does feel a bit weird without any upgrades, especially. Because you can only move 8 directions, and it looks very 3D. Like, you know, at least in the Game Boy Color when you could only move 4, like, it very much, you know, felt more natural, you know. But something about this doesn't feel that way without any upgrades of any kind. Anyway, I only have 4. I don't think that's enough for what I want to do. So we're back in Mabe Village. So Marin is now out here. Tara went to the forest to look for toadstools. It's called the Ballad of the Windfish. Good song, but I'm trying to record an episode. I would listen to it if I already didn't talk a bunch about certain decisions I've made. Anyway, I'm just going to keep trying to... What do you want to call it? Another thing is that I think it's fine that the grass respawns kind of quickly, but it should respawn quickly not just as soon as it goes off screen, but like after it's 2 screens away. Whatever. You found a secret seashell, but what do you do with it? I mean, we don't know, so I guess you could say it's a secret to everybody. Anyway, we have 13 of these things now. Rupees. So... Then, let's head in here, and we have stuff we have to win. So, it's 10 per play. There is clearly a heart thing. Do I go for the rupee to try and earn some extra plays? No. I go for the Yoshi doll. It's probably going to slip, and I'm going to need to grind more, but... That looks about right. I remember this actually being not too bad to get, because Yoshi has a lot of grippable surfaces, especially like his nose, you know? No. I'm good. Alright. With that done, you got a Yoshi doll. Now, you can't count how many games you've seen him in now. Okay. Super Mario World, Yoshi's Cookie, Yoshi's Island DS. Oh, you won the Yoshi doll. We've been trying to do that forever. Our mom is really desperate to have one. Yoshi's Story, don't forget about Yoshi's Story. Super Mario 64, Super Mario 64 DS, Super Mario Sunshine, Super Mario Galaxy 2. It might count, you might be able to count Galaxy 1. So what's that bring us to? Super Mario World is, Super Mario World is 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Start at the last place, yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is, wait, where did I get the 4th one from? 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 5, 6, 7 for sure. 8. So 17. He appears in Super Mario RPG. Just finished that. So that's 18. Oh god. Meaning, am I forgetting a game? I've got 18. If you come up with a different number, please tell me in the comments. I've wasted too much time talking about Yoshi. I'll probably cut some of that. Oh, will you give that Yoshi doll to my baby? Yeah. Oh, thank you. You're indeed a generous person. I will give you this in return. Alright. Yoshi doll for a ribbon. Maybe you can trade a ribbon for something else. That's the start of the fetch quest, which will not be finished until at least after beating something. I'm not gonna spoil it. Anyway. Yep, those are my boys. I'm Popil. Popil. Popal. Pleased to meet ya. I'll be lost in the hills later, so keep a lookout for me here. I just like pointing out that he spoils the game, basically saying, I'm gonna be lost in the hills. Anyway, I could go to the item shop, but I don't really feel like it. I could try the crane game. On it, well, sure, let's do the crane game and try to win the heart at least. There is a, what you want to call it? Chain chomp, there's a chain chomp statue that I could win, but I'm going to save all that for later. Anyway, this heart, I remember, can be a little finicky, especially as you move it, but I got it perfect. Cool. So, challenge again. No, I'm good. Okay. Let's grab ourselves our first piece of heart. What a rare find. So, I guess I could go over a bit of what my goals for the game are. I mostly just need a break from Mario content on my channel. And, I figured Zelda was a good bet. Plus, Link's Awakening is a fairly short game. Like, I don't see this lasting any more than 10, maybe 12 episodes if I explore some of the more other stuff. And a short game is probably good based on what I plan to tackle. Anyway, makeup, jewels, dresses, I want it all. Oh, that ribbon. I need it. Will you trade it for my dog food? Yes. Lucky, thanks. Well, here's your dog food. Alright. Manage to trade your ribbon for some dog food. It's full of juicy beef. Okay. I'm thinking I need to... Right, okay. I was just thinking about progression and what way makes sense. Anyway, with the sword, we can also now go down this well and get ourselves second piece of heart. So that's good. Maybe I could have started some of the other side quest stuff next time, but the last thing that I want to do, this game actually is rough. How many rupees do I have? You know what? I will come back for that one. I'm already 19 minutes into this episode, and so, yeah. Well, I don't know how long it's been for you, because I'm just looking at when I started recording to what time it is now, but, you know. Anyway. I already forgot what voice I gave you. Hoot! Ho, brave lad! I don't think that's it. Hoot! 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 I can't... Hoo! Hoo! There we go. Hoot! Oh, brave... Oh! Now I can't... But, like, if I start... Hoot! Oh, brave lad, on your quest to wake the dreamer. Welcome to the mysterious forest. I don't think this is a good voice, but whatever. Much of mystery you will find on this uncharted Koholint Island. I'm afraid you may find it a trifle difficult to leave the island while the windfish naps. By the by, have you visited the Tail Cave, which is south of the village? Go there with the key you find in the forest. The windfish is watching. Hoot! Right. Cool, thanks. Anyway. So, we're now in the forest. Okay. And that's our first encounter with a moblin. But using a combination of shielding and, swording. Yes, that's the official term. We can make our way up here. And see this raccoon. As a raccoon, my nose is sensitive to stuff like dust and powder. And should we try to move past here? Oh, you're going to be lost thanks to me. he will teleport us to a vaguely similar room that is elsewhere. Basically, he teleports us like... Oh, hello there. He teleports us up by this fairy fountain, but that's not where we need to / want to go. We got, I believe those are gels, I think, is the official term. I don't think they're choo-choos. And this is our first encounter with the Guardian Acorn. It will reduce the damage you take by half. It's a temporary defense boost. Not the best, honestly. Where the floors with cracks, don't get too comfortable on them. Teaching us about falling floors. Because Zelda's a platformer now, apparently. You know. So, you only need to step across one cracked floor, but otherwise you're good. Anyway, what you want to do is probably push that one that way, and chests in this game can only be opened from the front. But we got 50 rupees. Very nice. Okay. Walk across the cracks quickly, and now are those the gels? I feel like the gels are the red ones that separate. Unfortunately, you cannot get that piece of heart yet. We need to come back with an upgrade later. Anyway, Mysterious Forest. Oh, I should have taken better advantage of that attack opportunity. Unfortunately, these one gap holes in the road are stopping us from going that way. But we can grab the toadstool. You pick the toadstool. As you hold it over your head, a mellow aroma flows into your nostrils. Alright. With the toadstool, that counts, if we look at our item screen, it's over here with the shell. I do also like this item screen a lot more compared to... I mainly chose this version because I think it would be better to look at for me. Maybe not for you, I don't know what your tastes are, but for me personally, I think it's just cleaner menus, cleaner overall quality of life stuff. We're already at 97 rupees. We got our shield, our sword, our green tunic, dog food, significant stuff, but our toadstool is lumped in with secret cheese shells. So that is... how do I do this? Like this. Okay. Block pushing puzzles. I also like this. And now, I guess a question that some may ask is, I got a piece of power for some reason. The Triforce is just kind of here. Anyway, the piece of power increases your attack, but it also increases your speed. I don't think it's possibly an oversight. I can't tell either if... Oh, I should probably push it from this way so I don't trap myself. Anyway. But we're up here. And that's right by the fairy fountain, as you can see. We want to head this way. Okay. Get past some of the moblins. Okay. And Golden Prairie. Past the buzz blob and into this hollowed out tree with a skull and a bone on top. And this will bring us to... Oh, you'll only talk with us from here. The witch. Ah, it has the sleepy toadstool. It does. We'll mix it up something in a jiffy, we will. It's all ready, it is. Take care, as there's not much there. Why not try a bit in my hut? Anyway, you got some magic powder. Open the subscreen with plus and set it to either X or Y. Okay, we'll do just that. I prefer to probably have it set on Y, and we can use it to light torches. Good job. Use it on your enemies and see what happens. If you run out, go to the forest, pick some toadstools, and I will make you more. Come back without a toadstool, and you'll have to pay a price for my leftovers. Good to know. Can't read that. Okay. Mouse is not talkable either. Anyway. I feel like there was something else on my mind. I cannot remember right now, though. So, we can use it on this guy. He will still damage you, though. But now you can talk to him. I'm a changed blob! And that's not all I have to say. Now that I have lips, I fantasize about playing one of the island's songs on a flute. There are 3 hot local hits. Do you have anything else? All 3 of those bobbity blobbity bops are magic. Literally. If no other tool will do the job, pull out one of those songs you got stuck in your head. Oh, okay, that's it. And now you can kill it if you want. Probably shouldn't have done that. But, that's like the only buzz blob in the game, I think. Which I think is pretty weird to only have that one. Anyway, now with the magic powder, unfortunately we can't get over here to that chest, but with the magic powder, you will remember, I'm forcing you to remember that the raccoon man said, you know, that his nose was all sensitive to powders and stuff. So, we can first chop down grass and bushes and stuff just because cleanliness. And we can use magic powder on him. And he will go spinning a bit all over the place. Anyway. The last thing I can remember was biting into a big juicy toadstool. Then I had the darndest dream. I was a raccoon. Yeah, sounds strange, but it sure was fun. Woohoo! Anyway. And like he said, or not like he said, but like the owl said, rather, we will go back to Tail Cave with the key we find here. You got the tail key. Now you can open the Tail Cave gate. And the owl's going to come and interrupt us again, make sure we don't get lost. I don't know why he didn't just say, go back to the Tail Cave. Why did he mention the Tail Cave before and not just mention the key before and then now say go back? But whatever. Hoot! Take the key and go to the Tail Cave. No, that sounds way too old, man. Hoot! Take the key and go to the Tail Cave. Retrieve the instrument that is hidden there. Go now. The windfish is waiting. Hoot! I don't know. I feel like the owl's gonna have different voices like every time I have to voice him. But yeah, we got the tail key for the Tail Cave. Seems pretty good. Made our way through the mysterious forest, got the magic powder. That's our first real item. We're back in Mob Village. Mabe, I guess it would be the pronunciation. But, yeah. I think we'll head back to the Tail Cave next time. But for now, my name has been and will be tomorrow and the day after that 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 and the day after that. And it always will be Pun Food. Now, reflecting on the clues that I gave out in yesterday's episode, about what game I would be playing next, I'm not really sure if they were that good. Like, you know, we'll have to see, and as long as I land an audience, you know, right, Not the best. But now that you've actually seen what game I'm playing, I'm assuming now you've all made the link.